Hello, my CA warriors. Punarvas Jaikumar here. I'm a chartered accountant, passionate trainer. In the last 10 years, I've trained over 15,000 CA students. I am partnering with Unacademy for CA Foundation in this very own 100% English CA Foundation channel by Unacademy. So before we start today's session, my dear friends, I just want to talk to you a couple of minutes about something very important. So please listen in. First of all, please join my Telegram channel. It's called t.me/pjlaw. In this, I'll be giving you a lot of updates. I'll be sharing notes. I'll be sharing quizzes. There'll be a lot of polls, and I will get to interact with each of you. So if you are a CA Foundation student, and if you prefer learning in 100% English, join my Unacademy CA Foundation channel, PJ Law. In Unacademy, we have two very important and interesting subscription packages. The first one is called as Iconic. The second one is called as Plus. There is personal guidance, live classes, weekly tests, proper study planner, study material, expert guidelines, test analysis. All other things will take care. You just study. Rather than you doing everything in life, allow us to do something for you. Everything will take care, and all you need to do, my dear friends, is just study. We have India's best educators on Unacademy, and you should go in for an Unacademy subscription. Sir, let me try out first. Please download the Unacademy app, register yourself, and go through the so many wonderful educators videos that they have put up, so that you can definitely crack it. So two packages. One is called the Plus package. So 24 months package, 12 months package, 6 months package, 3 months package. You can see the rates here. Sir, what is Plus? In CA Foundation subscription called as Plus, you have India's best educators, interactive live classes, structured courses and PDFs, live tests and quizzes. Sir, I want something more. I want a personal coach. I want printed books. No problem, dear friends. You can go for the Iconic subscription. Everything you get the same as the Plus subscription, but two extra things: personal coach and printed books as well. And what is it that is blinking down? If you use my code PJSirLaw, you will get 10% discount. So guys, what are you waiting for? Step number 1, go to Unacademy Learning app. Step number 2, hit install. That's it. That's all you need to do. And go to CA Foundation Plus and check out these two subscription plans, Plus and Iconic. I told you the difference. My personal suggestion would be go with the 24 months plan. Why? I'll tell you why. Because with the Iconic subscription, you will get 12 months. There is a combo, guys. CA Foundation and Intermediate. 12 months combo, 24 months combo. If you take the 24 months combo, the good thing is you'll also get time to study Intermediate also. So we have the CA Foundation and Inter combo both in Plus as well as Iconic. And dear friends, there is something called as Unacademy Combat Scholarship Test every Sunday at 12 p.m. Participate in the quiz, and if you get good results, if your rank is 1 to 3, then 4 to 10, 11 to 50, and 51 to 200, amazing scholarships. You're getting 50% off, 25% off. Enroll now. The code would be PJSirLaw. And dear friends, if you go to my channel on Unacademy, I'll tell you more about it. Before that, as I told you, limited time offer. If you buy for 12 months, you'll get 2 months free. Same for both the Iconic and the Plus subscription. But I would request you go for the 24 months plan, because you'll get not only foundation, but also time to finish your CA Inter. Please guys, follow me on unacademy.com/Punarvas Jaikumar. Please do that. Please follow me. It will help me also. And you obviously can check out all the special classes that I've released. So alright guys, in the previous concept capsule, we had done the corporate whale theory, lifting of the corporate whale, features of the company and corporate whale. So now we will be discussing the various things of lifting the corporate veil. So what do you mean by corporate veil? Very simple. 1 second, sale of goods chat going on. Yeah. What is the corporate veil? Basically, when there are shareholders and there are board of directors, there is a veil of incorporation. So there is a veil of incorporation. So this veil of incorporation will be lifted in certain circumstances. The first circumstance, there are certain examples given in the material. Today is what we are going to do that. Okay. So lifting the corporate veil is nothing but disregarding the status. In the previous concept capsule, I had given you the example of Vijay Mallya, right, where I disregarded the status and made the persons behind liable. Disregarded the status and made the persons behind liable, and that is called as lifting the corporate veil. Lifting the corporate veil, disregarding the corporate status. One by one, let us see now the various cases, my dear friends. So first one, which I would like to go in this particular format. First is the interesting case. There was this guy called Din Shaw. Yesterday, previous thing you done it, Din Shaw. Pakoda knows. He is aram se sitting in a chair, lounge chair. Right, Din Shaw. Din Shaw was a very, very rich man. He was getting money from various sources and he was paying a very high tax rate back in the day. To avoid taxes, what did Din Shaw do? To avoid taxes, what did Din Shaw do? He opened various companies. Opened various companies. All the sources of his investments he diverted, whereby the income, instead of coming to him, my dear friends, it started coming to those companies. He diverted the income from the source itself. So instead of coming to him, it now started coming to whom? To the companies. So these companies were just there, they were not doing any business. Business also was not there. What was the only income? Income from investments. So rather than coming it to Din Shaw, it came to these companies. And the next best thing is amazing. From these companies, it was diverted to Din Shaw again. As, believe it or not, loan. Guys, is loan an income for Din Shaw? No, loan is a liability. So Din Shaw, whatever earlier, let's say some 10 crore he was showing as income, now 10 crore is showing as loan. Loan from some 4 companies. Suddenly income tax department saw that this fellow was paying 3 crore, 4 crore tax and this year nothing is paying. Then they went and asked, what about your investments? I said, there are no investments. Then they did some investigation. In the investigation, they found out that these 4 companies he had opened only to evade tax. Was it doing any business? No. And from the earnings that they were doing, they were giving it as loan to Din Shaw. Loan is not an income. So basically, Din Shaw income reduced by, in my example, 10 crore. It was split into various companies. And mind you, at that point of time, it was years ago, in that point of time, the corporate tax rate was almost nil. Basically, company also did not pay tax, point number 1. Company also did not pay tax. Din Shaw also did not pay tax. This was not tax planning. This was 100% case of pure tax evasion. This was a tax evasion case. This was not tax planning at all. So now what did the government, income tax department do? They said, bro, this is cheating, bro. They lifted the corporate veil, disregarded the corporate veil, and charged the man behind the show, Dinshaw. They said, boss, it is because of you. It is because of you that you are actually evading tax and not protecting tax. So if you see, here, it was held that company was not a genuine company. In my example, all those 4 companies. So if you see there, the income tax department did this to do what, guys? Now the income tax department wanted to protect the revenue, protect the tax. They wanted to protect the revenue, protect the tax, right? So what did they do? They lifted the corporate veil. So you read this, you'll understand. To protect revenue in certain matters concerning the law, duties and stamps, etc., where the corporate entity, those 4 companies, are used to evade or circumvent. Circumvent means not pay, to break the law. Circum means circle. So I have to pay tax, I'm going around that, I'm not paying tax, breaking the law. It was held that the company was not a genuine company at all, but merely the SSC himself, disguised under the legal entity of a limited company. The SSC earned huge income by way of dividends and interest. So he opened some companies and purchased their shares in exchange of his income by way of dividend and interest. So basically here he got loan also, he got dividend also. Some dummy shares he purchased, guys. What is there? His own company, he purchased some shares. So for every share you will have, you get dividend. Dividend was exempt from income tax that time. Dividend also exempt. Loan also exempt. What more? Nothing he has to pay. 100% cheating. This income was transferred back to SSC by way of loan. See, the court decided that the private companies were a sham. Sham means what? Fake. Fake, invalid. And the corporate veil was lifted to decide the real owner of the income. The income was transferred back to the SSC by way of loan. The court decided that the private companies were a sham and the corporate veil was lifted to decide the real owner of the income. That is Dinshaw Manekji Petit. Sir, should I remember the name, sir? Sir, should I remember the name, sir? Yes, sir. So this will go to our case law list. Go to our case law. Solomon versus Solomon Estate is all company law cases. Mekora versus Northern Assurance Company Limited. Dinshaw Menekji Petit. Lifting of corporate veil to protect tax or revenue. Lifting of corporate veil to protect tax or revenue. Lifting of corporate veil to protect the tax or revenue. So that's the first case. This case law not needed. To avoid a legal obligation, to avoid a legal obligation, to avoid a legal obligation. What is that? Let's see. So dear friends, what happened was, there was this company. One company was there. In a company, there are workers. It was a factory. Bonus will be paid at the end of the day in the P&L account. Bonus will be paid at the end of the day on the profit amount. All the incomes will come here, expenses will come, income over expenses, whatever is the difference is the profit. Bonus will be paid on the profit element. Bonus will be paid on the profit element. So as I was saying, company is there. Profit element. Bonus. Bonus is always paid on the profits and nothing else. Now what happened? No, this company, very smart company, guys, very smart. What did they do? They, at the end of the year, bonus is paid generally on 8.33% of salary and all that, but it's based on the profit. What did these fellows do? Very smart fellows. So this company took the work from all these workers, hard working factory workers, very hard working people, poor guys, very smart company. At the end of the year, you know what they did? They started one subsidiary company, transferred some of the income generating assets there, and showed almost 80% of the income that this company generated, shifted it to there. They shifted this entire company details there, subsidiary company. Now what happened? This subsidiary company was a dummy subsidiary company. It was not doing any work except holding these investments. So basically, this profit, 80%, 90% of the profit was shifted here because of that entire thing. So rather than getting the bonus on, let's say, 50 crore, they ended up getting bonus only on 5 crore. Then the workers are like, entire year we are working, what is this nonsense? Then they went to the company and they said, where is the money? He said, say, see the books of accounts. This is only the profit. You will get only on that. Then they knew something was fishy, guys. Something was fishy. Some golmaal. So they went to they did some investigation and then they realized this company at the end of the year has slyly opened one subsidiary company and transferred all the year's investments, etc. there. This was done not to do any business, guys. This was done purely to avoid a labor legislation. What is labor legislation? Payment of Bonus Act. In order to break that law, in order to break Payment of Bonus Act, what did they do? They did this. Correct? In order to break Payment of Bonus Act, to avoid this labor legislation, they did this. To avoid this particular labor legislation, they did this. So, obviously, I have to lift the corporate veil. So, check it out. So, this is this case law to avoid a legal obligation, where it was found that the sole purpose of for the formation of the company was to use it as a device to reduce the amount to be paid by way of bonus. Supreme Court held that I am going to disregard the veil, lift the veil, pierce the veil, to look at the real transaction. Workmen employed in Associated Rubber Industries Limited versus Associated Rubber Industries Limited. So you can simply write the Associated Rubber Industries Limited case law. That's it, enough. Right, so you can read this case at a later stage. Same thing, whatever I explained is there. So you have to write down, guys. Associated Rubber Industries Limited. Lifting of corporate veil to do what? To ensure, lifting of corporate veil to ensure that there is no avoidance or circumvention. Circumvention is to break the law of a legal obligation. There is no avoidance / circumvention of a legal obligation. Lifting of corporate veil to ensure that there is no avoidance slash circumvention of a legal obligation. No circumvention of a legal obligation. This is what Associated Rubber Industries Limited, lifting of corporate veil to ensure that there is no avoidance or there is no circumvention of a legal obligation. Formation of subsidiary companies to act as agents. What did they do? See this no need to remember the name, it's okay. Merchandise Transport Limited versus British Transport Corporation. So a transport company wanted to obtain license for its vehicles. So generally guys, the transport authority had clearly told that, one company, let's say, can only, obtain 20 licenses for transport, assume 20 licenses. So the holding company, that is the merchandise transport, had already held 20 licenses. Now greedy fellows, they wanted more, what did they do? They wanted more, but they could not do so in its own name because they had already breached that 20 limit. 20 is just an example, it can be any limit. It therefore formed a subsidiary company and the application for license was made in the name of the subsidiary company. So superb. What did they do? They opened a subsidiary company. Subsidiary company started obtaining licenses. The vehicles were to be transferred to the subsidiary company. Held, what did they do? Parent and the subsidiary were actually one commercial unit. You opened the subsidiary only to ensure that you could get more and more vehicles. You did not open the subsidiary to do any business. You opened the subsidiary only and only to ensure that more and more licenses were to be obtained. So this is what? Formation of a subsidiary company to act as agent, definitely void. Lifting of the corporate veil. So they lifted the corporate veil in this particular instance. Company which is formed for fraud, that's what's here. One is trading with enemy. First we'll go now. Trading with enemy. Daimler versus Continental Tire and Rubber Company Limited. Daimler Company versus Continental Tire and Rubber Company. That also will be written down. We'll see. So guys, in this case, there were two companies which were fighting. Both were fighting in UK, England. This was also a British company. This was also a British company. Both of them, there was a breach of contract. So they went to the UK, English court, England court. Both were fighting. Then what happened? They realized that this British company was 100% controlled by Germans. Basically, it was just registered as a British company, but ultimately the control came from Germany. Dear friends, this was the time of the World War. During the World War, Germany and UK were always fighting. They were enemies. So technically, what am I doing here? This British company is actually trading with an enemy country. But is it exactly enemy country? No, it's a British company only. But if I lift the corporate veil, I will know that it is a 100% German company. It may be registered in UK, but ultimately, my dear friends, it's a 100% German company. So when they said that it's a 100% German company, what do? There is no point. Then what did the court do? It lifted the corporate veil and said, this is an enemy country. The country had declared Germany as an enemy country, and then that company also, even though it's a British company, it is an enemy country, and hence any contract that you enter into with that enemy company is void. So basically, whatever contract you already had is void. This is a classic example of void contract. Initially valid, but after the war, it becomes void. Initially valid, but after the war, it becomes void. So guys, this also we need to write down, important. Daimler versus Continental Tire. Trading with enemy. Daimler versus Continental Tire and Rubber Company. What was the thing here? So in the exam, if they give you what is corporate veil for 4 marks, first you need to explain what do you mean by corporate veil. Corporate veil means corporate structure. Correct? So corporate veil means this one only. Legal concept whereby the company is identified separately from the members. So it is a veil which shields from liability connected to the company's actions. So where management is separate, members are separate, company is separate. That is called corporate veil. And then lifting the corporate veil is what? Disregarding the corporate status. So whenever they use the word lifting, you can also use the word piercing. It means disregarding the corporate status. Disregarding the corporate status. So then you should write all these points, guys. See, they'll ask you, explain the concept of corporate veil and what are the circumstances where the corporate veil will be lifted. Right? What I repeat, explain the concept of corporate veil. What are the circumstances under which the corporate veil will be lifted? So first you have to explain what is corporate veil, then you should explain what is lifting of corporate veil, and these are the circumstances. Where corporate is used to evade tax, Dinshaw Manekji Petit. Act as an agent, we have seen. Avoid a legal obligation, Associated Rubber Industries Limited. Trading with enemy, Daimler versus Continental Tire Manufacturing Company. Lastly, whether device of incorporation is adopted to obtain some illegal or improper purpose. So here you can simply say illegal or improper purpose. Or simply, instead of that, you can simply say to avoid a legal obligation. Again, the same example. You can use that only if you want to, or you can say illegal or improper purpose. Illegal or improper purpose. Company formed for fraud. 19 I'll write down. Guilford Motor Company versus Horn. I will explain that case. Guilford Motor Company versus Horn. Incorporated for fraud. Fraud or improper purpose. Incorporated for fraud or any improper purpose. We will see that. I'll explain the case. Guilford Motor Company versus Horn. So there was a company called Guilford Motor Company. It was into automobile sales, etc. Lot of customers used to come. There was one main manager called Mr. Horn. One fine day he came and said, I don't want to work in your company anymore, I want to leave. They said, okay sir, leave, thank you so much. So when Mr. Horn was leaving, they entered into something called as a non-compete clause. Non-disclosure agreement. Non-compete means what? Mr. Horn, you cannot compete anywhere else. You cannot go and open one more similar company. You cannot start the company. You cannot, what do you say? You cannot start things on your own, and you cannot steal the secrets of my company. Cannot use the secrets that you have learned for all these years from our company. You cannot do any of these things. Correct? So what happened? This guy said, yes, I will not do any of those things. 100%. What did he say? I will not do any of those things. So Mr. Horn, what did he do? He went and started one more company. He was just an advisor in that company. Some 2 dummy directors he opened. Appointed. 2 dummy directors. 2 dummy directors were there on the board. Right? Random fellows. And this company started doing exactly the same thing that Guilford Motor Company was doing. They started soliciting clients also. Solicit means to poach the clients. I have already explained this. Poaching in Partnership Act. So he started stealing the client, stealing. Then he started using all the secrets that he learned here in that particular company, Mr. Horn as an advisor. Guilford came to know about it. They went and sued Horn. Horn said, you told I should not do it. I did not doing it. I am not doing it at all. It's the company doing it. I am not doing anything. Then he said, Solomon versus Solomon. I am different. This company is different. Went to court. Court said, the main reason why you opened this company was with dummy directors is to avoid this legal obligation. This is 100% fraud. There was a non-compete clause. There was a non-disclosure agreement. You did not even bother seeing all these things. Without bothering to see all these things, you have done this. So this is definitely against the law. This is definitely against the law. So what happened, my dear friends? Dinshaw, Manekji, Petit was a different case. Guilford Motor Company, here the court said, you are doing this only to avoid a legal obligation. Avoid a legal obligation. So check it out, guys. Where the device of incorporation is adopted for some illegal or improper purpose. In this particular case, they have not explained the case, I explained it for you. Right? So when they ask you corporate veil, my dear friends, first you need to write what do you mean by corporate veil. Second, you need to write what is lifting of corporate veil, and then you need to write these pointers. And there ends the matter. Clear? So that is this concept capsule with respect to corporate veil. Thank you so much for watching this video, my dear friends. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon, because any important video released by me or any of the educators on this CA Foundation and Academy English channel, you will get a notification. Please like this video, share with among your friends, and also please leave your comments in the comment section. If you want to watch any special class of mine on the Unacademy platform, the code is PJ Sir Law. If you want to buy any product, the code is PJ Sir Law to get a 10% discount. Please download the Unacademy Learners app, and in the special class you can also get all the notes as well. You can download. On that note, see you until next time, my dear friends. Love you all. Bye, my CA warriors. Cheers.